Hi, my name is Penny. I want to talk to you about suicide grief. One thing I really remember is the length of time, the amount of time. It changed daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. And what I found really difficult at first is how people said, "Oh, you're still grieving? Like, wasn't that months ago? Or a year ago? Oh, you should be past it by now. Aren't you done?" Everybody grieves their own speed. They grieve differently. That's why we're human. The human race, grieving the death of a loved one to suicide, each person grieves the loss differently. We have very similar signs, similar symptoms, similar actions, feelings, emotions. We may all experience complicated grief, memory loss, physical sicknesses, emotional sickness. All kinds of things are different, yet can be the same. But one that stuck with me was the length of time you grieve. It's important you don't take it personal. When people say, "You should be past that by now," oh my gosh, you have to know what to say. You have to be able to come back with, "We all grieve differently. We all grieve our losses differently. It's okay where I'm at." Or sometimes you don't want to answer or say anything. I did answer, not at the very beginning. I kind of stared glossy-eyed, shocked, unsure of what to say or not to say. I didn't want to come out with anger and say something that would upset me. I didn't want a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't want my grief interrupted. I was grieving. I didn't want it interrupted by anger by somebody else. I wanted to say what I wanted to say when I felt comfortable. So many times I had silence, and then I thought about it, and I thought, the next time somebody says something, this is what I'm going to say. And number one was, "Oh, we all grieve differently." Suicide, there's so much unknown about it, but we all grieve differently. I can remember at 6 months, I was so sure, oh my God, I'm finally getting through the emotional tears and it was just so devastating. I wore all of that grief right on my shoulders, and it was right there. And I finally felt it was subsiding, and I was hit with a grief wave. The wave was so strong. I remember thinking, "Not this again. I don't want to cry again. I don't want to be emotional. Please go away." I couldn't. I had to sob and cry. I didn't even know what part of the grief other than reality hit. I was where I was again. So 18 months later, I had another episode. Traumatized, brokenhearted, just emotional. It's okay. It's okay to be you and grieve how you want to grieve, when, and the length of time. It's okay. You loved this loved one for a lifetime. You have a lifetime to grieve. Don't let anyone interrupt your grief. Thank you.